All right, we can start here. Okay. All right, guys, what's up? It's Warhammer.
What's up, guys?
How's
back
everyone doing?
in the studio.
We're back in the studio.
Sequel.
We're back in the Discord studio.
The Dice Dudes.
Yeah, I think it was it Dice Dudes or D6 Dudes? I can't remember.
I have no fucking clue. I'm gonna be honest. Is this a swearing podcast?
This is a whatever. We could say whatever the fuck we want. So, I just swore. So there we go. Now it's a swearing podcast.
Okay, excellent. Perfect.
All right, welcome to the D6 Dudes / Dice Dudes episode 2. It's been a long time coming, but
yeah, I've been waiting
for
this for a long time.
Yeah, I say me too. It's good to hear your voice again. You know.
Apparently it's D6 Dudes. I've just searched it up.
Oh shit! All right, welcome guys to the D6 Dudes podcast.
Yeah. So we thought last time we had a little discussion about 9th edition.
Did you watch the podcast? I haven't seen it since.
The title of it is 9th edition discussion.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I don't know. What should we discuss now?
I guess we should discuss 10th edition.
There's
a new edition now, isn't there?
Yeah.
To be fair, though, there is some new releases that I have. Well, actually, Ethan, Tau Ethan, that you might have recognized from some of the battle reports that we've done. He has sent me some links. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh my god, it's like we're actually prepared.
Today. I know. It's like I just opened up the link, and there's been some news that has happened, particularly with some new model releases, I believe. Have you seen any of this?
I think I have actually, which is weird because I normally don't keep up in the loop with this stuff. But I saw some Emperor's Children came out.
Yes, they released some Emperor's Children stuff, but also there's been some new codex things and some new model releases for like Imperium factions, so like particularly Space Wolves and Grey Knights. So I think Ethan was looking at the WhatsApp and was like, yo, check out this new release that I've seen. And I was like, okay. And I was like, nice. I wasn't necessarily too impressed by it because I don't really care much about Space Wolves, to be honest. But obviously for Space Wolf players, there's some really cool new upgrade sprues and shit they're releasing. Although unfortunately, I was just saying, unfortunately for what do you call it? The Grey Knights, they kind of kept everything the same still.
They still like squatting loads.
Yeah, they've still kept them cool, like as they were in 5th edition. So.
I like that. That's good. That's good for me.
Yeah, the Firstborn are still at it, which is nice.
That's cool though. I'm glad they haven't completely, fucked up the Grey Knights with the Primaris stink.
Yeah, well, I say I can partially agree. I still think if they want to keep the Firstborn, they should at least make new Firstborn kits. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the squatness is. I don't know. I mean, so I'm a Space Marine player, so I've got. They haven't even done any new
kits for them. Is that what's happened?
Yeah, they've literally just kept them the same. I think they've added maybe an upgrade sprue. I think for the Dread Knight, they've got like another weapon. I think like a mace or something that you can use. But other than that, everything else is pretty much the same.
Oh yeah, I'm on Warhammer Community, and yeah, they're just like the same guys.
Yeah. It is pretty cool though, I guess they've stood the test of time in a way, so.
So you can give your fucking little baby carrier boy a different weapon, like a flail.
Exactly.
Like a mace.
Yeah,
that's it. That's
it.
all they've added.
I think that's exactly it, yeah.
Oh. God damn it. That is, well, I mean, at least you get that, right? That is
I think, to be honest, the release is focused on the Space Wolves. I think a lot of the new, like, they do look I'm looking at them now because I saw them in the trailer like a few days ago. They do look a lot cooler, actually. I'll give them credit. They've got like actual Space Wolf shit.
It's hard to make Space Wolves look cool because they just look terrible most of the time.
Yeah, especially with the
I don't know if that's
Primaris
just
kind
me,
of
but-
build too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know, not very wolfy. You need more guys wearing like fur coats.
Yeah, well, they've kind of delivered actually. Like, there's a lot of fur going on, you know?
Oh, I like this guy. This guy's got a Mark 7 helmet. He's like a Darth Vader dude.
Oh, they've got one of the old helmets for it. I'd say maybe I'm looking at a
Yeah.
different page, but yeah.
Oh yeah, what is this? This is like these new epic Space Wolves will
Oh, no, I'm on the same one.
worthy of the all.
I'm on the same
Yeah,
page.
okay,
These
yeah.
epic new Space Wolves. Yeah.
I'd love to work on Warhammer Community. That'd be really funny.
What, write all of the titles? Like,
Just
be the
writing
title
all
man.
of this shit. Yeah, just like coming up with this stuff. I think that'd be really fun.
Oh, man. Yeah, but the box looks cool, the starter box they've got, but I'm imagining it's going to be something ridiculously priced, so...
Isn't it? It's literally just like a million men with chainsaws and then some dogs.
pretty much. Yeah, I
And
mean,
a
that's
couple
pretty
of
much
guys
every recent
wearing
start set
fur
they've done.
coats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just some furry
Okay.
boys. Yeah.
Well, they look
Right.
cool. The furry guy dudes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a Space Wolf enjoyer. You know, me and Tom had that Thousand Suns army, so it's like
Who's in charge of that now? Is that... That was your
that's
army,
just
right?
like completely. It's completely Tom's now.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he's taking it away.
Well, I mean, he bought all the models originally, and then I kind of painted them.
Oh,
So
I see.
I had
Yeah.
them for a while, but yeah, I haven't played with them since like probably 9th edition.
Damn, that was a while ago. I
That
say
was a while
maybe,
ago.
yeah, maybe for the viewers, they kind of should know what's up. Like, we haven't actually played Warhammer. The last game we did was what, Christmas, this
Yeah.
last year. But then, like, you know, we used to play a lot, like during COVID and everything. But
Yeah, this is like a washed up podcast of two guys who don't play Warhammer anymore.
yeah, pretty much.
And just this is our chance to think about it slightly.
Yeah. Like we're like reliving
We're
the
just-
past, you know? Like,
Yeah. We're like,
That
oh
said,
wow, look
though-
at these new models. Like,
yeah, it's
oh,
like, whoa, these noodles I'm never gonna ever fucking buy.
I'm never ever gonna even just see them on the table. It's never gonna happen.
You never
Like,
knows, this
I don't know
Christmas-
anyone who plays Space Wolves. Actually, that's a lie. I know one guy who plays Space Wolves. Although I don't know if he still plays them. I haven't actually seen Stanley, like.
I've not seen him since like
Like-
2007. Is he-
I've not seen him in several years. Yeah, it's been at least 2. Bless him. I should catch up with him. Actually, he's a good lad.
Yeah, bring him
But,
over for the
yeah,
next
he's,
shed game if we do it over Christmas.
We should.
we
You
can
know,
do
did you ever meet Stan and Luke?
that.
don't know
I
if you
remember
did.
you talked about them. I think one of them played
They-
Eldar, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Okay,
Maybe there was another guy.
never mind. Oh,
Yeah, Stan and Luke. We went to MV with them.
Oh.
Do you not remember?
I do remember them from MV. I remember they played
Yeah,
Warhammer, but I
okay.
never actually sort of like talked to them about it. So
Yeah, Luke played Tau. Stan had like Dark Angels and Space Wolves and stuff like that.
oh, cool.
But they both live together now. They've like bought a house in Melton,
Wow.
which is like it's a fucking awesome move. God damn. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, very funny.
Nice.
Big up.
I
We
hope
should
they
go-
get a Warhammer room.
Yeah, well, I
If
think
you
they
know.
probably do. Yeah. So maybe we should actually get back in touch, play some dice dudes.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I guess for the viewers as well, I am like halfway across the other side. Well, not even halfway, literally on the other side of the world right now. So
Yeah.
there's not much
Yeah.
Warhammer going on in Japan. So
It's kind of why we're doing the podcast, right? It's like the only thing we can do that's like
yeah, pretty
actually-
much. This is the only content you can get. Well, that said
Yeah.
though, for me, like I do have one like mate that sort of lives kind of close to me, and we have met up a few times to play Warhammer on like the only like fucking Warhammer board in the entire of like the prefecture that I'm in. So that was quite fun. We did a
That's
small 500
That's
point
so
game.
cool.
So I'm actually working on a a little Blood Angel army, like 500 points Blood Angel army.
That is funny
painting
that like
on and off.
wherever you are in the world, there's always some Blood Angels just like spawning.
There's always, yeah. I mean,
you had this opportunity for a fresh start. You could have chosen anything, and it's like
was
I
like
choose
Blood
Blood Angels.
I was like, this is my army.
Yeah, I respect that. That if I was in your position, I would just be building up another army of Necrons. It would be like
Exactly.
the exact same. Yeah.
Funny enough, my friend does play Necrons, so the only game I've had in
perfect.
Japan has been against Necrons,
Damn,
and they win every
beautiful.
time. It's great.
They are kind of pretty good. I love them.
Yeah.
So I guess 10th edition, from what we know, which is not a lot. It
I
seems
think-
all right.
Yeah, how many games have you actually played of 10th, if you were to count them?
It would probably fit on one hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm the same.
I don't even know really, but I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, what were the last games we recorded? That was 10th edition, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 10th.
Like at yours in Manchester.
Yeah, so that was last year. That was at least 2 games we played.
Okay, so that's 2, and then we did like what? We did 2 at Christmas, right?
Yeah, well,
Did we do 2?
I think we did
Well,
one.
was that just 1? We did 1.
We had a
Oh,
big
crap.
ass game, but I think it was just one long game.
Yeah, because it was 4 of us, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another one.
That is 3.
So 3.
Nice. I think
I
might
think
be on
I've played
2 hands.
another game or 2. Okay.
Yours
Oh,
is
so
still-
you're quite professional, really.
I was gonna say,
that's good.
I think I'm at a 6, which is double your
Wow.
amount, so
Oh
that's,
my God.
that's quite something.
Dude,
Um,
that's quite incredible.
but no, it has
Yeah.
been fun playing them, right? Like from what
Yeah,
we
no,
can
it's
remember.
good. I like the all the vehicles and stuff just have like a million wounds, and the toughnesses are all much higher and stuff.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot more like, I don't want to say balanced because it's still Warhammer, so it's still, you know, like it's my
Yeah.
turn, then your turn. So that whole like, you're always going to get people showing up with like mega bazooka lists that just blow everything up in one go.
For sure.
But it definitely does feel like stuff is a bit more durable.
It's just more fun,
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
cool.
generally because of
Yeah, I think the rules are like pretty decent. Like it does feel like there's a bit less flavor to everything though. Like you kind of, I don't know. There's a lot
yeah.
of like special rules and stuff that have kind of just disappeared.
or like
like,
the rules attached to the data sheet now as well. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. It's everything. It's like I get it because they want to simplify it, and to be honest, for someone like me, that's pretty ideal because there's no way I'm gonna like even still like playing Sisters of Battle now is like impossible because I just have no clue what anything does.
It is true.
It's
I
like-
think I don't know if you remember, like from 8th to 9th, I think that the step up was like it was okay, but I think 9th to 10th, there's quite a lot of changes that have happened. That's kind of made
Yeah.
me lose touch of like some of the mechanics I used to know, like for sure.
Yeah,
It's
because
got a
there's
bit
all these
harder.
like inbuilt rule, like the critical hits like thing where it's like
Yeah,
lethal hits and
devastating
what's the other
wounds. Stuff like that.
devastating wounds. Yeah. All that shit, like when you read in the rules and stuff of your guy, it is kind of just implied that you know what those mean, and it's like,
Oh, for sure.
what if I don't? Like,
Yeah. I think, like-
even as
Oh, sorry. You were
even
saying.
though it's like simpler, because it's like, oh, it's this rule that everyone has. It's like if I was first playing it and I was trying to just figure out what the fuck it was, I'd be like, oh, devastating wounds. What does that mean? And it just doesn't say anywhere. It's like, oh.
It's like, let me look up page 245.
Yeah. Let me pull out my fucking tome of Warhammer rules that I carry around that weighs like fucking 3 kilos. Just open up to this page. Oh yeah, these are this.
Yeah. I think to me though,
Yeah.
like bringing back the universal special rules, like in principle, it sounded really fun because like I think back in 7th when we had all like Feel No Pain and like Eternal Warrior and like all these like names that like They were like sort of like peak Warhammer for me, some of those like fluffy names, but they've replaced a lot of them. I think Feel No Pain still exists, but like critical hits, devastating wounds, like these are new, phrases that weren't in the originals. So for me, like, I guess that flavor's lost a bit. But
it was pretty dumb when like armies had like the same rule. It was like the exact same thing that happens, but like they all had different names for it. Like,
yeah, that was...
It was so stupid because it would be like, this awesome sounding special rule. What does it do? I can deep strike my guys. Like,
everyone would just
call it deep strike. Yeah, like.
I was funny in the edits actually when I was like editing the bat reps back, like a year ago or plus. Every time I'd do an explanation, it would always be like, "Oh, this rule is just duty eternal," or some like referring to some other rule that was like, "Oh, this is what this does."
yeah.
It's just it was a bit of chaos, really.
Chaos. My favorite.
But I've said with the editing though, I am technically still slowly editing that like last bat report we played last year, or bat rep we played last year. So
what a game! Was that 9th edition?
That was 10th edition.
Or was 10th?
We did record it during 10th. So it will come out as another 10th edition battle report at some point.
So that's still up to date. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's still up to date. And I need to release it before like the Necron. Is the Necron Codex come out? I don't even know. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, probably. I'm pretty sure it's out, yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's been a year. So
I don't have it, but I'm fairly sure it's out. Because wasn't... Oh no, they weren't. Yeah, they were like the 9th redo, weren't they?
I think they were. I think 10th they might have stalled it a bit, but it doesn't matter. 10th edition, the rules are still relevant. It will come out at some point.
Yes, excellent. Love that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit kind of sad not being able to sort of tend to my collection of, Diddle and the Bad Rats and various other
boys,
armies.
I haven't got any of my stuff here either.
Did you not bring anything?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm in Sheffield at the minute. I haven't got any. I've got one little guy here who's like this kit bashed Necron Destroyer guy who I've been meaning to paint for like the better part of like a year and a half.
Right. Yeah, we can relate. Yeah.
I've got like a Horus Heresy figure that Ethan bought me like 3 years ago that I never painted, and then I've got some Age of Sigmar that me and Charlotte bought when we were in Warhammer shop like a couple of months ago, and we haven't done those yet, and that's like all the models I have in Sheffield. Everything else is either at home or I'm pretty sure Tom has my Necron army just like in his car. I didn't read it. Yeah, because when I came back for Christmas, we stayed out in Melton after.
Oh yeah.
And then, obviously I had my army with me, so I was like, "Oh Tom, can you just take it?"
You never got it back.
I just never got it back. No, I figured he would like drop it around to my house the next day, but he just didn't. And then he just has my Necron army in his car. So. I mean, that's fine,
Yeah. If he ever moves to Texas and actually makes that Warhammer shop or something, your
army. Oh shit! He's gonna sell my army. Yeah, it's gonna be like in a display case at the front.
Literally.
You better not, that bugger.
Oh man, but yeah, no. For the viewers, I guess, like we do play Christmas. I feel like every Christmas we seem to have a game, a Warhammer game that happens. It's kind of tradition. So. I say the last one we did.
It's a Christmas tradition.
Yeah, but like when I came back to the UK just for Christmas, maybe like 8 or 9 days. It was like a fucking rocket trip, but I was jet lagged out of my ass, but still managed to roll some dice and and use a Bile Predator.
Did we win the game?
Board with 2 Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We won the game. That was insane. That was so good. Wow.
We were just like, here's some like models that we just kind of threw on a table. Like, let's have some fun.
Blood Angels and Necrons versus like Yanari and what are the
dwarves called again? Yeah,
the
Votan.
Dwarves.
Votan.
Yeah, God, such a stupid army. I'm sorry, but
we play with them.
I do not like the dwarves.
Yeah. We play the most law-friendly armies, don't we? When
Yeah,
you think
very,
about it.
very classic matchup. That is really.
Literally. The dwarves. What's wrong about the dwarves? What makes you
I
go?
just
into
don't like the
them?
way they look. They just look weird, man. Like
They do give
they
them.
look just odd, and I hate the look of the vehicles. The vehicles look really stupid. I think they
It
look
gives
like
Elon Musk
all
kind
the
of vibes. It's
it
like,
does. It's like all the bad parts about AdMech, and then just here's some like squatting little power armor boys with them, and it's like no good,
yeah.
no good.
You know,
Not
I
a fan.
actually agree. I agree. I don't like the aesthetic of them either.
You know, and where'd they come from? What the fuck? What do you mean? There's just this whole new race of dwarf people? What?
They're on a spaceship, and it's appeared out of nowhere.
They were all on one spaceship. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know shit about the law. I know that like the squats were supposed to be like a thing like originally, right? Like back in the
Yeah, I know it's
trader
the
or whatever.
squats. Aren't they just? They are just the squats, right? I don't actually know. I thought maybe they're the same thing.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
they like
I mean,
originate from who knows?
you could have done space dwarves in a cooler way though. They don't. They just look goofy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like the power armor. But I guess
Yeah.
you know how else do you make them sci-fi? It's like you gotta have them have some kind of technology, right? But
Yeah, like they're like like StarCraft, like I can't remember the soldiers are called from StarCraft, but like they used to compare them to Space Marines, like the way they look. They look even more StarCraft to me, like the kind of dwarf suits. But never actually played the game,
Right.
so
Yeah, neither did I actually. It's like one of those games that I just sort of know of. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
see what you mean. Yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do kind of.
yeah,
look
they've got that
the,
like
the dwarf
bubble,
guys.
that bubble look.
Yeah,
going
it's
for them.
like
Buzz Lightyear.
yeah, even
Yeah.
more Buzz Lightyear than Space Marines, which I guess makes at least it makes Space Marines cooler, right? Like
Oh, that's true. They made a shit army just to like make the other armies
Just
look
to
better, right?
make the boys look cool. Yeah. Well, we beat them anyway, so that's
True.
That's all I'm gonna say. The Nightbringer rocked up, ate some fools.
He did. I think I've got some photos of that game, so they're definitely saved.
Yeah, I think
but
I've got a couple.
I feel like this is going to be a Black Void kind of podcast where I could not be asked to add. Like this is going like raw dog, like
Oh,
I spend way too much time editing the bat reps. This is just like
This is
nothing.
like audio's out of sync. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We're just talking
Slap.
over each other the entire. Yeah, that's the best kind of podcast. The least amount of effort possible.
I know. And the best thing we should have just got an AI to just record the whole podcast and then just upload that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I must have showed you the clip. I was showing Tommy these clips of like this AI podcast, and every like week or maybe like every 2 weeks in my news feed, I'd get another podcast of AI reacts to AI podcast, and then I'd get AI reacts to AI podcast, and it's like the same thing. Oh, it's so funny.
But it's really like it sounds just like every fucking podcast. Like they are like that. Like it's just literally just making just noise. It's just filling dead air.
I know.
It is literally like the pinnacle of podcasting.
I know.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing to know there's no soul behind that voice. Yet it's saying words that sound like that there's some kind of intention behind it. It's amazing.
It is just ticking off the buzzwords. Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
anyway, so guys, let's take a look at this episode of Pee Pee Poo Poo Podcast. Wow, what does that mean? let's think about it for a second.
That's a bit like people reading
time.
stats off like a date sheet on Warhammer. To be honest, like the amount.
Yeah, let's do some of that. Okay.
Yeah, the amount of like numbers that people reference and stuff.
So this guy's got 9-inch movement. Wow. What do you think about that? It's just
like
desperately trying to fill the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. You know what? I think that's bad. I think it should be 8. because of this reason, and then they go on.
My favorite thing, because I mean, I guess I listen to quite a lot of podcasts, but particularly some of the more like technical, like battle kind of like report sort of podcasts where they go into the detail of like the different like hit ratios and like the different like rolls that you roll and like the plus various different rules. And I'm just thinking like they'd be like, oh, that's pretty decent, because it hits on twos. You're like, oh, cool, it hits on twos. Okay,
that's pretty decent.
Yeah, they're like, I really like that because it wounds on a 4 against like Tau, and you're just like, cool.
Yeah,
it's like.
Yeah, I'm just picturing you like American Psycho when he's walking to work with his headphones on. He's just like walking through the office, and it's just like, that's really cool because that hits on twos, and then it's got lethal hits, so that actually makes it quite efficient. You're just like stone faced, just like
It's like, I really like Space Marines because they have a 3+ armor save. Yeah. That hits right. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So already before AI, like my listening habits were just white noise, to start with.
Yeah. Dude, it's literally podcasts are just a screensaver for the mind. Like there is nothing going on.
I like that. That's a good like analogy.
That's exactly what they are. Yeah. Like it's all just completely like just white noise for you to just zone out and be like, it's like a little friendship simulator, just to have someone talking to you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's got a bit of that going. I do like it though as well. Like if I'm painting, like I will put on a podcast. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
As well and stuff.
I used to do that a lot when I was painting all my armies during COVID and stuff. Yeah, I used to listen to fucking Cumtown. Do you ever listen to Cumtown?
I've obviously not. I've not had the privilege of hearing such.
It was
before,
the worst podcast you've ever heard. It was fantastic. It was just so stupid. It's these like 3 fucking comedians from like New York or whatever. And
nice.
I guess the entire point of the show was just to be like the worst podcast possible.
And that made it the best podcast,
Kind of made it the best podcast, yeah, because it's like there is no, aspiration to do anything of quality, and they basically just spend the whole time just like riffing and like poking fun at each other and stuff, and it's just it was literally like a little friendship simulator thing. Like during COVID, you just sat down listening to this stupid goddamn podcast and just painting your little miniatures and being like, oh yeah, this is my life now, I guess.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I mean, especially during COVID, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was literally like I kept getting videos recommended on YouTube, and it would be like a bit from the show, and then like to say the name of the podcast, and I'd be like, what the hell is this? Like I had no idea, and I was just like, why am I being suddenly recommended all these cum videos? What's going on?
These thumbnails look a little bit strange. Am I on the right website?
What the hell? Yeah, literally. Like, well, what the hell is going on? And then you realise it's kind of just like a little in-joke. It's like, oh, right, okay, this is actually just 3 kind of funny people. But
yeah. That reminds me, because I had a friend that used to love this podcast called The Internet Box. I don't know if you heard of that. It's quite an old podcast.
I haven't. No.
Right. It's giving similar vibes to that, like just a bunch of like dudes just kind of riffing.
Yeah.
And just like having a good time. Like that's all that matters, really,
Yeah, I feel like that's the best kind of podcast. You don't want to be listening to these Joe Rogan experiences or these true crime murder kill podcast or whatever.
I just need nothing. I just need white noise.
Yeah, you don't want to have like people talking about things. You just want to have some noises, some fellas being like, haha, you're gay. I don't know.
I have to say, I mean, because I listen to a lot of Japanese podcasts, so like that's like my listening practice, basically. Cool. Like that's literally
that's cool.
all I do is just listen to podcasts in Japanese.
Yeah.
So like honestly, like
so how are they different? Yeah.
How are they different?
Like?
They're kind of this. It depends, like obviously the genre. But like for example, there'll be some podcasts that are like designed to like learn Japanese. So like maybe they'll talk a bit slower or talk about basic things. And then there's like actual podcasts that natives listen to. That's obviously just a bunch of shit as well as it would be in English, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So it's still just the same. Like, our sponsor today is
literally,
NordVPN.
Maybe they're a bit more polite about it, but maybe less intrusive.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, the content's pretty much the same. So.
Okay, that's funny.
I do think for like learning languages, like that's probably like the way to go. Just like listening to as much audio as possible, and eventually you just start to pick up.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about
things.
that.
Yeah.
I never learned any other languages. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, it's really like it's honestly like probably the hardest. It's the hardest fucking thing I've ever done. That's for sure. So
yeah,
especially
it's
for
Japanese,
the lighthearted.
it's like
it's
so different to English. Like, if you're learning like some other European language, it's probably not too bad.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like a complete like change of. It's just like a paradigm shift, isn't it? Like it's just completely like.
Yeah, in a way, like I'm not gonna lie. When I first came here, it was like being on a different plane of existence. Like the way everyone talked, the way everyone behaved, and like the language you would hear. It's just like you didn't feel like you were like part of. You were like definitely separate because everyone was thinking in like this different language that you don't have access to. So like it really is like being an alien, like right at the start. So that's what pushed you, because it's like if I don't learn this language, I'm fucking screwed. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally why I spend so many hours learning it, because it's like I gotta survive. It's like survival of the fittest, man. Like
I gotta stop being an alien.
Exactly. So
death to the Xenos.
I felt like a Xenos, I felt like a Xenos in an Imperium world. They were like, die, heretic,
You're like, no!
Me walking into a classroom, they're like, fucking heretical sensei, kill him.
Oh, maybe you should do like a sort of Gene Stealer cult uprising, and then all of your students suddenly become English.
Hey,
overnight. They're all like, all right, love. What's up, governor? It's me, Japanese child.
I will say, though, that I've done a few presentations where I have talked about Warhammer. So I have introduced Warhammer to the Japanese population. So
yes. You should tell Games Workshop.
I should.
You should let them know.
I was like, hey, guys.
You're like, I'm doing the Lord's work out here, it's like an outreach program. We're getting the kids into Warhammer in Japan right now.
I should. No, I definitely should. It's a bit. It's like me saying it's like, oh, this is like a really popular hobby that everyone in the UK thinks is really, really cool, and everyone loves it so much. And if you play it too, you'll be awesome.
Yeah, just absolute lies. Like, everyone plays this.
It's a really British. It's the best thing to come from Britain. Like that's what it is.
It's the national sport. Everybody does it.
The shock on their faces when if they ever do come to the UK. Yeah,
they get to the UK and it's like Nottingham is like a holy land.
It's like I've heard of the ancient place called Games Workshop HQ. you must know this place. It's very famous.
Forge World. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm seeing Forge World for the first time.
The world of forges.
Yeah, that's my goal. That is my number one goal. Being here.
It is cool that the headquarters is just like in Nottingham. Like that's.
I think that is sick as well. That's like the only thing. Nottingham's got Robin Hood and then Warhammer. That's
it's got Robin Hood. It's got Warhammer.
All that said,
it's got.
I think
got some racist people, I guess, as well.
Well, they're quite a bit around the UK nowadays. So,
yeah.
I was going to say,
it's not great.
Warlord Games, if you know that.
Warlord. Oh yeah, Bolt Action, right?
Yeah. They did Bolt Action, so I think they're based in.
Oh, they're from Knots as well. Yeah, because they're like the old Warhammer guys, right? Like.
I think so.
Isn't that the
I
meme?
think you're right.
They
left GW.
Quit Games Workshop, and they're like, let's just get some soldiers up and running.
I think we played Bolt Action, right?
Yeah, we played Bolt Action.
Yeah,
a couple of years ago. It was fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like to too.
It's very goofy. I like the scale of it as well. It's a bit like smaller. It's a bit like kind of, I don't know. It's a very different game, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I like the dice system because they had like the dice where you could kind of like you'd have to pick a dice out of like a hat, and then that would, if you picked your color dice, then you get to play, and it was a bit more sort of like, it wasn't like you play, I play.
Oh
you
yeah,
play, I play. It was like
it was a bit more. Yeah, I like that because then you kind of have to think about like each guy you're doing your moves with and stuff.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think I say also like the cover mechanic I think is pretty cool, and the sort of like you can kind of like go to ground and stuff, and it's very like cinematic, like the kind of the way that you kind of picture it. So
yeah, I'd read. And then like when your guys get shot, they fucking get shot. Like
really, like... there's like 2 rolls. It's like roll to hit, roll to kill, and it's like done.
He's
like,
dead. Yeah. So the guys are a lot squishier, but like kind of in a good way.
I remember I would read the rule book for that game like when I was taking a shit. Like I'd literally just, that would be my shit book. Like, I'd be just taking a fucking dump and just reading bolt action rules.
Oh, dude,
that was the
I need to put some of my old codexes in the bathroom or something. That'd be fun.
Do it, man. It's great. I guess it feels like you're living in the 80s. Is that something people did in the 80s? I don't know. It feels like an old thing that people did, but don't do anymore. They have their smartphones now.
It's like, because every time I'm on the toilet taking a shit, I'm just on my phone. But I should be reading the 5th edition Warhammer. I should be doing my research.
Every shit you take, you're relearning like an amazing game. And like after like 100 shits, you'll know the rules of 5th edition. It's like an extra
Dude, I should. Oh, fuck.
Grind.
I love that book as well. That book's great. It's so cool.
The pictures are great.
The colour pictures in the middle. Yes. Yeah. Man, what a book. They don't make them like that anymore, do they? Jesus.
They don't.
That was such a cool book.
I mean, the nostalgia, though, from looking at like those
just the fucking smell of that book is like, it just brings me back to when I was like 11. I'm like, oh, it's like that fucking scene in Ratatouille where he like smells his like mum's cooking. It just takes him back. It's like me, but with the smell of this dusty ass 5th edition Warhammer rule set. Or whatever.
Glorious.
Or is it? No, it's 3rd edition, isn't it? It's 3rd edition. It's the one with the Black Templars on the cover,
that's the Black Templar one. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That was weird. Was that your first ever like Warhammer book? The 3rd edition.
Yeah, I got it at like a car boot sale or something.
I got it at a car boot sale as well. Like,
dude, that's where you get them. That's where they spawn in. Because it's like, some like guy who's clearly like moved out of his parents' house, and his parents are just like selling all of his crap that he's just left behind, and it's just always like 3rd edition Warhammer book. Like, I don't know, like fucking steering wheel for the PlayStation 2, like.
Oh yeah, or PS1. I found my PS1 at the car boot sale.
Oh, dude, you got PS1, like just awesome stuff that this guy probably would have liked to have kept, but his parents are like, nope, nope. That's getting sold to some 11-year-old kid for 50p, and goddamn.
And that's the happiest kid, happiest kid alive. That was
the greatest time ever, yeah.
Because when was because my first edition, I think, because I would have been 9 years old when I think like Assault on Blackreach would have come out maybe like a year before or something. That was 5th edition was like when I first ever kind of like remember seeing Warhammer for the first time. I don't know about when did you start? Were you also 5th?
I was 11, so it would have been 2011. And I got my Necrons. But the Necron book I got was like, it must have been right at the tail end before they got like revamped in 5th edition. Because I got like the 3rd edition, or no, the 4th edition even Necron book. You know, the one where it's
the black book, right?
Yeah,
black it's like really skinny.
But it's quite skinny, and the front page is like just, the cover is like a Necron warrior just like staring at you. Awesome book, by the way. Fucking
I remember I say Ethan had that book too, so it's really fucking sick.
It's a classic. It's fucking awesome. I love that book. But I got that one, and I had that for ages, and then And then I got the 5th edition one when they revamped it, and I bought a couple of the like resin characters.
I'm so sorry. You had to deal
I
with
was.
that. Rest in
I
peace,
know,
man.
God, it was horrible. All their staffs were like all bent and wiggly and shit. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is terrible.
The warped
kept
staff. Maybe they
breaking
rename the staff to like warped staff. So
Yeah,
it fits
the
the
warped
aesthetic.
staff. Yeah, dude, literally, so bad, awful. God, and I yeah, because I remember I bought a bunch of the like metal models because I had some like Necron pariahs when they were like a thing,
Right.
and then in the 5th edition book they just got completely deleted, like they just weren't a model anymore.
Oh.
And they were like metal models that I bought, so like it was like I think it was like £9 per model, and I had like 3 of them, so I'd spent like 30 quid, which at the time, 11-year-old me, I'm not coming across 30 quid very often. So I was quite angry at Warhammer.
That's a lot of money.
For being like, oh, those guys you had? They're just not in the book anymore. You can't really use them for anything. So I was just like, wow, I'm fuming. I am mega fucking fuming. So that was annoying. But yeah, well, I guess that would have been like what? Like 5th edition.
Yeah.
No, it must have been later than that though, right? When did they?
I think 5th edition was around for a while though. Like, I feel like I remember it still being. I mean, I don't remember it too much because I was like fucking 9. So, I do remember it being for a while.
5th edition. Oh, it was released in 2008. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they sell me the goddamn like old Necron Codex then?
They were like, look at this stupid 11-year-old kid.
Why did they give me that? Yeah. That must have been
Get
like.
rid of this fucking codex. No one gives a shit.
Hang on. When did 5th edition Necrons?
Yeah, I think it was a long time though. Like I think we were in 5th for a very long time.
Oh yeah, 2011. So the Necron. Oh, so I literally must have caught the older Necron Codex by like a couple of months.
Damn.
Oh yeah, maybe I was 10 when I started it because it was January 2011 when they did the Codex. Damn, that's crazy. They waited 3 years to update the Necrons.
Imagine if that was today. 3 years for a codex update.
It's literally the same thing today, right? Like,
except there'd be people complaining.
That was what it was like. in like 9th edition. The guardsmen didn't get a fucking codex forever, did they?
Oh, but I fucking loved that. I'm not gonna lie. I had that one codex for like fucking years. It was bliss. I like learned it so well. I knew like all the rules and everything. And now like poof, it's gone. But yeah.
It's gone. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I'll have to find some of my old Warhammer books. I had the Sisters of Battle, man. Like I should not have this many codexes for them. I've not had that army. I have like at least 2 different codexes for them. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
And they've had 3 since, because I haven't got the 10th edition one, but they've like fucking. Because I bought them with that special box set when they redid them.
Yeah,
and it had a really cool like collector's edition 8th edition codex for them, and it looked really nice. And then they immediately updated it and added in, when 9th edition came out. And now there's another one. Like, what the hell? Why are there so many goddamn books that I can't even use?
Give me
I've
money.
got 2 obsolete Sisters of Battle codexes already. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's
no good.
Also, your
So
Sisters
annoying.
army is like, I mean, it's not very big, right? It's like, is it 1,000 points?
Less than that, yeah.
Oh shit.
Like painted wise, it's less than that.
Fair.
Actual like models that I own, probably around 1,000 points. Yeah.
Is that including the models that are still in the boxes?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
I only have one model that isn't built, and that is like the what's it called? The funeral procession model.
Yeah,
like
is it the St. Catherine?
They've got the woman in the casket. Yeah, it's just like the the Triumph of Saint Catherine, or
yes,
yeah,
or
or
Triumph of
whatever her
Saint
name
Catherine.
is. Yeah, the Triumph. Yeah, I've got that model, and it's just in a box because fucking hell, just look at it. Like, there's no way I'm gonna. Like, if I make that model, I then have to put it somewhere because there's no way I'm gonna paint it like immediately. So then it's like the most fragile model ever. There's like freaking flying babies all around it and stuff. No good. So I've got that in a box. I will make it someday, maybe like 10 years from now, when it's no longer a model you can use or something.
Yeah, like you don't want to be even bringing it like to a game with the risk of like
no, because
I
don't want to put that in a box. Like, geez, look at it. It's so fragile. Like, half of my sister's models are just breaking in the box just because they're in a box. Like, they're so flimsy.
I mean, especially like the way that they've been modeled. So. Yeah, I say they look amazing, but like they're really fragile.
Super, super fragile. Would never want to take them anywhere.
See, that's
why I love the Necrons. You know.
Oh wait, that's why you like Necrons and I like Space Marines.
Necrons are built different, man. They got reanimation protocols in real life. Like, I have smashed my fucking guys up in that box so many times, and they come out looking perfectly fine. You know,
fucking legendary models, man.
Yeah, awesome guys.
And now they got rid of those lightsaber. Well. They got rid of this lightsaber.
It's just a little bit sad about that. A little bit sad about the little green rods, because that was kind of the reason why I started Necrons when I was like 10 years old. Is I wanted some of those glowing little green rods, because as a big Lego fan, it's hard to get them lightsaber blades.
Did they actually fit?
And I was like, no, they don't fit. Yeah, that was the ironic part. After it all, I was like, I really want these guys, because my friend Tom had some different Tom that you don't know. I think.
Okay.
But he had some Necrons, and I was like, whoa, look at these little green plastic rods. That's cool. I want some of those. That could be like little lightsaber blades. And then I got the Necrons, and I got my little lightsaber handle out, the Lego one. Tried to put a little green plastic rod in it, and didn't fit.
And you were just like, that would have been the end of your world, right? That felt like a pretty...
Yeah, it literally was like, wow, well, I guess I just have to play Warhammer now instead of Lego.
That one moment changed your entire, like, fucking life ahead of you. You were going to be an avid Lego fan, but until that moment, you switched.
Yeah, it was like that moment in Toy Story where he drops Woody. He's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. I'm dropping my little Yoda figure.
With the Yoda sound effect playing in the background.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I don't want to play with you anymore.
To be fair, though,
it was Warhammer gaming.
I do think with like Warhammer particularly, like as a kid, there is that kind of appeal because it's like an adult thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're like 9 or 10, you're like, oh, this is what like the big kids do, so I'm gonna play it too. You know what I mean?
This is like real cool. Yeah. That was the coolest thing ever.
Like, does Lego kind of have that? Probably not.
No, not really. I mean, it does have like these insane mega collector kits that are like £800 and stuff. So like,
true.
There definitely is a lot of Lego that's targeted for adults, just because it's like there is no way a child could possibly afford this unless they were, you know, being bankrolled by a fucking stockbroker or something. But like, yeah, I don't think Lego has the same. Like, I don't know if you've been in the Lego store recently, but
I haven't actually.
It's very,
I'm sad.
It's very, you know, there's a lot of kids in there. There's also a lot of like sweaty adults just running around being like, need this, look at this box. You know, so I think that there's a big cross section between the fan base. But yeah, it's for kids, isn't it? Like, yeah, Charlotte's nephew is very much into Lego now. He's like 5 years old, so.
Oh, the best age to be for Lego.
And I think that's great.
That shit's like crack.
Dude, he is absolutely. It is literally like crack. It's the same as like plastic crack for us. Like Warhammer is like Lego for him. Like he is just like.
Just good.
Like
man.
The most. Like you can buy him like the cheapest set ever. Like last time he came up, me and Charlotte got him like a little Minecraft set, and it was like £8 for this little thing, and it's like Lego Minecraft nether skeleton guy versus, Minecraft. Not Steve, the other character.
Oh, the one that no one
And it's
likes.
I can't even remember. I don't know what they're called. And he was just like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" He was just absolutely hyped about it, and like he was just showing us this little kit like the entire day. Like, oh, look what this guy does. He's got like a little Minecraft blaze who like spins around.
Oh, that's so cool though.
And it's great because it's like, this is the kid who's just this is what it's all about.
It's like
this
now
kid is just having the time of his life with these little bits of plastic. And that's awesome.
Now I bought you that Lego set. Now you've got to buy me your Space Marine Battle Force.
Yeah. Where's my Necron monolith? I need it now.
Fair trade.
Yeah, fair trade. Ethically sourced monolith. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
God.
safe to say we're both Lego kids. Oh, you saying?
Dude, Lego was the shit, man. I used to fuck my Lego up though. I used to like paint it and like glue bits onto it and make like little like characters. I used to make Halo Lego because when I was like 11, I was like, dude, Halo's cool. I wish I had like John Master Chief.
Did you know Brick Forge? Was it Brick Forge?
Is it Brick Arms?
Brick Arms is the one for guns, yeah. But there was another one that made like Master Chief helmets and shit.
Master Chief helmet, yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah. So I used to like fuck my Lego up. I think I probably reduced the value of a lot of my Lego just by like painting it and fucking.
Oh, for sure.
But that was part of it. Like that was me. I think that was like proto Warhammer for me.
You know what? I was the same dude as well. Except I was World War II. I did like the World War II Lego because I was like a psychopath.
Yeah, see, I'd make like video game characters. Like I made like Assassin's Creed guys and like Halo Reach guys and fucking Call of Duty guys and stuff. But that was mostly because I couldn't actually play those games. Like my parents refused to buy me a console, so I was literally just like making little figures of the games out of Lego because. There's just fucking nothing else to do.
You're like, okay, Mom, I'm gonna play it in my mind.
Yeah, you can't stop me. Try and stop me from playing it in my mind. I'm there with like my little Halo Reach figures being like, Noble 6. Yeah. Maybe it was kind of like a rebellion of sorts, I guess.
That is what a way to rebel. Probably the best way to rebel, I think. Making
the most
Lego
creative
miniatures.
way to rebel.
You must have had it with the custom clones. Do you remember the like Lego Star Wars like custom clone shit? Like the painted helmets and stuff. You don't know?
Oh, you know what? I did do that to the clone. I did paint a bunch of them with like the cool colors and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't know there was like you could buy like custom ones.
Oh, there was a whole like market for them, like that shit. I was like, this is amazing. I'd also make them myself, but I'd be like, I'd so fucking want like one of the custom Lego clones that's like online and shit.
Oh man,
what a time to be alive.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. Ordering Brick Arms, spending like 15 quid on like 3 little guns for my Lego guys.
I had that as a Christmas present once. I spent 50 quid on Brick Arms and just had this tiny fucking like packet of like 50 guns.
Yeah,
and it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, M1 Grands.
Minigun.
Yeah, minigun.
You got the Halo energy sword. Fucking. You got a little blicky. 1911. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, man.
That's the stuff. See, nowadays I'm just buying airsoft guns instead of Lego guns.
Yeah, that kind of translates. I don't think about that. Yeah, you're pretty into airsoft, right?
It's kind of the same. I think it's the same urge, the underlying urge to have shoot gun, gun go bang kind of thing, you know?
I also had that urge. Yeah. I maybe still have that urge, but I haven't sort of like nourished it, in a while. So
it's really fun. Airsoft's really fun, actually. It's very like goofy. It's not as like, because I think a lot of people have this idea of it being quite like serious, and like you do get that sometimes where like people show up in like full military gear and they're like dressed up like a real soldier, and they you know they fucking run around and like shout at people as they're shooting them, and like, you know, it's like a fucking real war for them. And I don't know, they're kind of annoying, but at the same time you can just shoot them. And you know, they kind of get mad when they get shot, so it's like kind of funny. So I don't think it's like, you know, and a lot of the people playing are just really nice people. So it's like, it's a very chill, like, oh, we're all here together. We're all just going to shoot each other with these BBs. Sometimes they hurt a bit, but you know, most of the time it's not too bad. And it's basically just like playing COD in real life. Like, it's, you know,
even with
it's kind of,
you know.
Yeah, maybe not with
friendly RCXD.
Yeah, call in the attack dogs. Yeah, it's a bit less kill streaky, I guess, but yeah, there's still, you know, it can be very goofy. Like, you know, we've done games before where it's like, time to play Trouble in Terrorist Town.
And
yeah. In real life, you know, or like fucking like Oddball. You know, like fucking running around with like a, you know, one of those like dart things you throw and they like whistle through the air.
Oh yeah. Wait, didn't Nerf make one of those?
Yeah, I think they're probably like Nerfs. I don't know, but yeah, like, you know, there's all these goofy game modes of like capture the briefcase, capture the flag, defend the fortress. You know, just like dumb shit like that, and then you just get to run around with like cool fucking airsoft guns that like kind of look like the real thing. You can just like have a good time.
Yeah, it does sound pretty fun, to be honest. I say it. I've not really checked it out, but I would say though, like I did like really want to get into airsoft when I was like 15. But do you know Greg, right? He used to have an airsoft gun. He used to go airsofting when he was like 15.
Oh right,
like legit.
That's awesome.
So like I used to see his like fucking like M4A1 or whatever he had.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sick. Like, I need one of these. So I got like a little Springer 1911. That was my airsoft gun. Yeah, I just have that.
That's
shoot it outside.
Yeah. That's good for a little bit of garden plinking.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to play it when I was about 15, and my parents were just like, no.
Yeah, this is, you're going to become a terrorist.
My parents ruined my aspirations, but I won in the end. Because now who's laughing now that I've spent like upwards of like £1,000 on like fucking airsoft shit?
Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Who's laughing now? And it's like, my bank account is not laughing.
Yeah, you picked Warhammer and airsoft. Quite the hobbies.
Yeah,
to be.
that dude. The most like rich, privileged white guy hobbies. Yeah.
Well, also there's music. There's music too, right? I mean, that costs
music.
Ton as well.
Oh God! Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Fucking hell, dude. The amount of money we must have sunk into like practice room.
Just, like, don't think about
it. Having a 3 hours practice on a Saturday, just being like, oh, you know, that'd be like 30 quid. We've been doing that since like 2017. Yeah. The amount of times we must. There must be so much money just in the hole. Yeah, I could have bought. You know, I could have paid my rent with that. Not bad. Oh God, yeah, and all the fucking gear and stuff, all the different amps and shit that I bought and then had to sell because they were the wrong fucking amp.
Listen, man. Tell me about it. Like tomorrow for me, like I actually am going to one of the secondhand stores here, and I'm buying some like instruments, like electric guitar, bass, and like some monitors for my apartment. Man, I'm hoping I can find a good deal because like fucking online, it's so expensive. I'm just like, give me secondhand. Like I just need that right now. So.
Yeah, I kind of buy secondhand usually. Not so much with music stuff, I guess, but like, I don't know, with airsoft, I definitely buy secondhand, like all the time.
I think like guitars and stuff though, right? Like they're usually
guitars. Yeah, one of my Fender was secondhand.
Oh, nice.
I bought the Strandberg new because I was a sucker and I had 1,400 quid to just throw away, I guess. But
It's like
You can't really get those secondhand.
that's like me. I was like 18, like, yeah, I just got $2,000, like just from like, a dead relative. I'm gonna spend it all on guitars. Yeah, I can throw that away.
Time to spend it all on guitars. Yeah. That was worth it though. I love that guitar. It's like that was the last time I bought a guitar, and I don't think I'm gonna buy another one anytime soon because it does everything I need. So
That's good. Yeah.
It's kind of, unless I want like an 8-string, maybe that'd be fun. But
It looked cool.
it would look cool.
Yeah.
But this one looks cool as well. And it's got 7 strings, so that's all you need really.
Yeah, that's true. Like the extra string is like diminishing returns on like coolness. Like once you have
really
that extra
is,
string,
yeah,
it's like fuck, dude. But
if anything, any more strings than that, it's kind of getting in the way. Like it's like, why is that string there? I don't need that.
yeah, you never
Get that
play it
thing outta
either.
here.
It's like
Yeah. It's like pointless. Like, what am I gonna do with it? Nothing.
yeah. You see, though, with me, like I'm back in the market for a guitar because I didn't bring any guitars with me when I came.
Yeah.
So like I want like an electric. So I'm hoping there's like some fucking stanky old ass like Fender or something just like lying like rotting away in this like fucking warehouse. So
well, you have to let me know what you end up getting then. Yeah, because I'm sure there'll be something cool.
Yeah, whatever. I need a bass. I need a
acoustic.
bass for sure. I gotta add some bass lines to some tracks and whatnot. That'd be fun.
Yes, of course. Yeah, you probably the bass, dude. Basses are so cheap. Like to get like a nice one, it's literally like 200 quid. Like,
oh yeah,
like that fretless one that I have was like 250 quid when I bought it.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure it's secondhand, but like, and like that's
cheap.
a pretty nice bass. Everything works fine. All the knobs and
yeah. I have to see how it is over here though, because like in Japan the prices are a bit different. Like keyboards are really really cheap, like with like Yamaha and shit. Like this, you can buy a cheap keyboard, so cheap. But then like guitars and stuff are a little bit more pricey. At least some of the new ones I've seen. So I'll have a look around. But
yeah, I mean guitars are, everyone wants one, so it's like I guess the demand's higher, right?
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah.
No one wants a fucking bass.
But they slap. No pun intended. But they like
slapping.
They're really good. Like I feel like once you have a bass groove and in a tune, it like just changes the whole song completely. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, you need that. You need that low end.
For sure.
Oh.
All right. Well, it's over an hour. I feel like maybe
we've done it.
I think we've done
like
the podcast. Yeah, this is now officially a podcast, guys. I'm wondering.
D6 Doods. Fuck, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, fuck. It's just. We said we'd give it a new name every time anyway. Who knows?
Yeah. It was last week. We should just do episode 1 every time, but it's just a new name.
But that said,
next week is going to be
Dice
D6 Fellas. Episode 1.
D6 Fellas. Yeah.
Warhammer Warriors episode 1.
Whammer time.
Whammer time gamers episode 1. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
We can just keep going forever, and then hopefully one of them will stick.
And then we choose that name, yeah, and then we
choose that one. And
when that one goes viral, that's the name. Yeah. Fuck. Well, not gonna lie, if you've made it till the end of this podcast, I mean, thanks for listening. Like we were surprised because I think people actually did listen to the last one. So like usually we'd be talking, no one's here, but maybe there is one person at least that actually likes this shit.
Looking on your channel, there's 74 views on the last one. It's pretty good.
Wow. That we seriously, thank you to the guy right now who please comment down and we'll, we're very grateful that you enjoyed this 1 hour of us ranting or rambling for a while. So
yeah, and if you didn't enjoy it, tell us why, and we will completely change ourselves just for you. How about that?
We will change our lives.
We have no morals. If you disagree with something I said, I will change my mind.
All right. Oh, that was great then. Well, thanks for joining me, Tommy. And maybe we'll do another episode at some point.
We should keep doing this.
It'd be
funny.
No, we will.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, guys. Would you say please like, comment, and subscribe, or it's a podcast, so maybe it's maybe that's not the way you do it. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, is it going on YouTube?
I mean, I'm assuming it's
so.
YouTube only, so yeah, please do that. And stay tuned for that battle report that will come out in like the next 3 months, probably.
It's coming out next week, I promise.
I swear.
It's guaranteed.
And then when it doesn't, it's the week after. Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
All right, boys. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next one.
All right.
Warhammer Spartan out.
Later. Warhammer Spartan out.